Real fast, guys, before we get this video started, this was actually a mistake I made in the video, which was I thought the summer blockbuster, obviously I was just predicting because we had no idea what the summer blockbuster was going to entitle. I thought what they were going to do is either release the 99 overall players today for the 6 voting polls last week, or go ahead and just release a new voting poll today. So I add that on my calendar for the video, but just keep in mind it's not the case. I think what they're going to do is do every single Friday they'll release a new voting poll and 6 players. It wouldn't make sense because then you would be having 6 weeks of these players released, which would get us mid-July, and it wouldn't give people as many opportunities as possible to play with these 99 overall players. But again, you know, that's just how I think they might do it, and how it looks like they're going to do it based on the fact they did not release anything today. They could always release something tomorrow, but I'm going to take a guess and say they do it every single Friday. With that in mind, guys, enjoy the rest of the video. Alright guys, we have a lot of great information today to cover and go over. Before we get into that though, let's go ahead and start off with question of the day. First player you're going to pick up in MUT 19, day 1. My first player, honestly, I'm going to look for a good halfback because of one cut and lead the way when it comes to blocking. I'm going to go ahead and try to pick up the most elusive power back I can find. So again, I want a power back and I want to just be able to ground and pound through solo challenges, and of course, you know, that elusiveness is going to be important in Madden 19. We have a like goal for this video, guys. Can we smash 75 likes? Make sure the like button down below. And finally, we have comment day coming right here. Who was your favorite player to use in years in MUT? Wait, to use this year in MUT? I'm going to say Deshaun Watson. Golden Ticket Deshaun Watson was my favorite player I've ever used just because his mobility was so freaking disgusting. Michael Vick is right behind him, but definitely Deshaun Watson. I have not used Lamar Jackson yet. I know I've gotten him, but I've not used him. Comment down below if you want a chance to win comment of the day. Guys, let's get right into it. Before we start this off, I want to say some of this is confirmed, and some of this is my speculation, my guesses, so just keep that in mind. First off, let's start off with talking about the summer blockbuster. So, I don't know how they're going to do the summer blockbuster. What I'm going to take a guess with, and this is just a guess, is right now we have currently, what, 6 different voting areas, right? We have obviously 6 different positions you can vote for. I would guess that they're going to do every single position, meaning quarterback, wide receiver, running back, tight end, probably offensive lineman, defensive lineman, linebacker, corner, and of course safety. That's what I think they're going to do, right? Because it wouldn't make sense to just do 6 positions. It would make sense to release them all. Now, if they're going to do it like that, that means every 3 days or 3 or 4 days, they're going to release a new voting poll with these positions. Now, what I speculate them to do is every 4 days is release 99 overalls of the players who won these voting polls, and then release a new voting poll of new 6 players that have, for you to vote for. That's what I expect them to do. Now, if they don't do that, we'll have to wait and see. If they just release all 6 of these players as 99s and they don't do any more positions, that'd be quite disappointing. Nonetheless, though, let's go ahead and look at June for the upcoming schedule. First off, we know that we're getting the presentation of Madden 19 this upcoming week. It says the week of 6/18, so it's either Monday through Friday, one of these days. You can expect a video on the channel when it does release. I will cover the whole Madden 19 presentation. This will show us, new moves in Madden 19, new just the interface of how it will look and everything like that. We'll also see, celebrations, stuff like that. So the whole presentation of what Madden 19 will bring to us, we will see that this upcoming week. Video on the channel when it does go ahead and release. Next thing. Blockbuster promo. Again, this is how if they do it the way I'm saying it, this is what I speculate them to do. Obviously, we have June 18th, tomorrow. Oh, sorry, today when you're watching this video. You're going to see by the time you're watching the video if we get new players. But if they release 99 overall players of the 6 positions, then we'll get that today, and then we'll get a new voting poll. Now, if we don't get either, that would be, I don't know what they're doing with the promo then, but I would guess we at least get a new voting poll no matter what, just because, again, they would want to do all the positions. Now, I expect them to do that every single 4 days. So if they do it like that, I expect them to do it every single 4 days because that would make sense. Obviously, the first one was on the 15th, and then, 4 days later is the 18th, bam, or 3 days later is the 18th, and then 3 days later to that is the 22nd, and then keep on going on and on. Now, when I say 4 days, I do mean counting the first day coming out and then the day that's released. Nonetheless, though, going through, I expect us to get the same thing over and over again. Now, we also are getting graphics on the week of the 25th. So, Madden 19 graphics just to show off how good the game truly looks. Now, there are people who have uploaded gameplay of Madden 19. iMav, he uploaded gameplay Madden 19. Good Game Bro. I saw those two guys upload gameplays, and I've watched some of those gameplays, and they're really freaking cool. I will not be uploading gameplay to this channel of Madden 19 unless, one, I get permission from another content creator to use their gameplay in any kind of form, or second, obviously I played it myself, right? So, but at the moment, I do not have access to Madden 19. I cannot play it, so I know there's a lot of videos on YouTube of Madden 19 gameplay, so if you want to go ahead and watch one of those, again, I recommend iMav, or I recommend going ahead and checking out Good Game Bro. Nonetheless, though, again, graphics will come out on the week of the 25th, so the 25th all the way to the 29th. One of those days, we will see graphics of Madden 19. With that in mind, we are getting Ultimate Legends the rest of the year. Every single week the rest of the year, guys. Ultimate Legends promo does not end, I believe, until the week of Madden 19, so the week of the next Madden. So we will be getting Ultimate Legends. So next one we have is going to be July. Now this is when speculation really begins. You see the question marks on the left hand side. This is why there's question marks. Starting off right away, we have the ratings for Madden 19. This is not Ultimate Team, this is Madden. So obviously, I'm going to be honest, right? We're all going to be honest here. 99% of you guys aren't going to care about the ratings, right? Let's be honest, right? Yes, I will cover the rating for those who do care about Madden 19 ratings. But we're talking about roster ratings. We're talking about who's going to be a 99. Aaron Rodgers. Obviously, we already know the best quarterbacks in the game. We know Carson Wentz is going to be a 99 overall. We know Aaron Rodgers is going to be a 99 probably. We already know this stuff, right? But we will see the actual ratings of these players coming out. And I will do top 5 videos covering them for anyone who does care about the ratings in Madden 19. Now, we can kind of take a little bit of that and transmit it to Ultimate Team. Obviously, a top 5 quarterback in regular rosters, most likely EA is going to make him a top 5 in Ultimate Team, right? You can kind of infer that based on what they're doing. So if they have like the ranking Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Carson Wentz, those top 3, well, most likely in Ultimate Team we'll see Tom Brady be the best MUT card. Basically, we'll see then it would be Carson Wentz, so on and so on. So that's what we can infer. So we can kind of infer a little bit of stuff, but not too much. With that in mind, though, I do have Rookie Premiere put up there for promo, and I have question mark. We have 2 dates that we have no idea when they're going to release. We know that we're getting the Madden 19 cover reveal sometime this month in July. Now, the thing is, though, we did get, the Hall of Fame edition with T.O. already revealed last month. But nonetheless, we're not going to get that when it comes, this month. But we're not going to get the reveal for Madden 19 regular standard edition until next month. So I know it's kind of weird, and it's going to be one of these days. I'm expecting it to be near the end of the month, just because it's not like something they have to go ahead and put into the game. It's something that they just release and say, hey, look, here's the cover, blah, blah, blah. We already know it's Antonio Brown, so let's just move on from that. It's either Antonio Brown, Carson Wentz, or it's Juju Smith-Schuster. But next one we have here is going to be Rookie Premiere Promo. And again, I have question marks because we have no idea, one thing, when it will come out, and 2 things, will it come out. Now, last year it came out in July, but that, of course, was with the fact that the August 25th was the release date of Madden. So, obviously, this time it's 25 days earlier, so we're going to have to wait and see what they end up doing with Rookie Premiere, but I do expect us to get Rookie Premiere. I think there's 100% chance of getting it because, in all honesty, it only helps EA, right? Yes, I mean, it's only 10 players they have to code into the game, not even code into the game. If you see the draft players, they don't look anything like their actual people in real life. But when it comes to the actual cards, they have to code 10 cards into the game. They get to release these packs into the store. They get to make money off of it. They get, obviously there's no solo challenges Rookie Premiere, so they just have to release cards and packs in the store, and they, it's a win-win for them. Now, of course, it does get people excited about Madden 19, gets people more likely to pre-order Madden 19 because you actually get to play with the rookies who are 99 overalls now, and then you get them in the next year's copy of the game, which again makes people excited, makes people ready for the game. You know, win-win for EA Sports, right? And that's what it comes down to. Is if it's a win-win for EA Sports, I don't see why EA would not go ahead and just try to do this just to get some extra money before Madden 18 ends and Madden 19 starts. So I do expect us to get Rookie Premier. When would that be? I have no idea. Another thing I have here, and I'm going to say it's actually questionable. I don't know what's going on with the Signature promo. I don't know if Signature promo is going to last throughout the whole entire rest of the year. I have no idea. I kind of felt like it was going to end like sometime before, but now we're 99 overalls for Signature cards. So I expect us to keep it going, I guess, until maybe again a week before Madden 19 does begin. So I expect us to get it throughout the remainder of June and July. And again, Ultimate Legends, they continue until probably, again right there, July 28th. I don't expect us to not get Ultimate Legend before then. So guys, that's what the schedule is looking like. My predictions and things confirmed for the rest of Madden 18. Of course, this is for June and July, and in August we get into some awesome stuff with Madden 19. I'm excited about Madden 19, guys. I'm ready for it. It's going to be a great game. It's going to be awesome. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out.